Good morning. The sun is not up yet, but I am a cup of coffee in and a good night's rest, and I feel like I can take on the world. So I thought this morning would be a wonderful morning to talk about rule number one of any kind of homesteading, animal husbandry, farming. Rule number one, you have to be prepared to fail so much, so much. When your job is going, I was going to say against Mother Nature, but really when you're trying to get Mother Nature back on track by having animals out in beautiful nature and blue skies, or when you're trying not to use chemicals and harsh things, you're trying to work with Mother Nature, you're trying to help her out, but sometimes she's got a whole game plan on her own. And, this year, 2019, it rained in February 22 of 28 days, and it broke me. We got our dogs in January, and I'd never had a dog before, and we got them to protect these little assholes. I love them so much. But the beginning of the year was tough, and then even the end of the year, just having to, kill chickens alone by myself, and not having the knowledge on how to properly do it, but having the heart and knowing that I had to do it. So, one of the first classes that Robert and I took when we started this 18-acre harebrained scheme of farming and blueberries and chickens. It was a fall gardening workshop, and the wonderful woman, my buddy Sarah, who I can now call a dear friend, one of the statements that she made in the beginning of the class has just echoed throughout our years of farming, and that is, farming is failing. Gardening is failing. You are planting something to watch it grow and succeed and live and then to die. Unless you have, yes, annuals, perennials, the perennials will come back, but you still get to watch the cycle of life. And so I can't stress it enough that in order to be a good gardener, farmer, anybody that's trying their hand at working the land and getting just nature back to the way it should be, you have to understand that you are going to fail, and that tears are okay, and that you're gonna have to push yourself. It's just, farming is failing, and to even have backyard chickens, your backyard is not the same as the cute little Instagram backyard chickens that you follow, and you have to go your own path. So this is the first of many, hopefully, educational videos that we are now at a point in our farming that I feel confident in letting people know about our failures and what grew from them. So one of the things I'll leave you with our farming is failing, right, on a positive note, is write it down. Even if it's just a journal and it's one sentence a week, write down what successes and what failures you had so that you can look back, or document it like this, so that you can look back and be like, oh yeah, that happened and we did this because, or it is huge. And coming from a writer who doesn't write much except when I'm paid to do so, so maybe somebody can pay me to do it. But write it down, just record it somewhere, somehow, because your journey is going to benefit, if anybody, you, but who knows who else that your trials and tribulations could benefit. So on that note, I'll leave you with a nice little morning walk and just some active chickens, and I'm gonna go get eggs, and I'll be back with those. Let's see what we get. Okay. So apparently the girls aren't up yet, but hey, one is better than none. So take any positive things that you can, and let's fix that. Okay.